Hello guys, welcome to the first episode of the Remote Workforce Podcast. My name is Krzysztof Bulski. I'm the Managing Director of Molecule Group, a digital marketing and communications company working in a 100% remote model. My work has been partly or fully remote for the last 8 years. I've been living in different countries around Europe and Southeast Asia. I run a busy family life. So in this first episode, I would like to discuss the differences between working in a fully remote and a hybrid work environment, because it's not the same. Those are two different roles and different realities. Let's start by discussing the hybrid model. It's a working environment where the company, the employer, sets rules on which day you might be able to work from home, you're allowed to work from home, or it's an option. But in this model, in the hybrid model, the primary workplace is the office. So a fixed location in a specific city. You see where I'm going with this? The hybrid model only gives employees limited flexibility. It's better than nothing, but still, it's not a model for people who are looking to work and travel at the same time, for instance, or people who would like to take on full-time jobs while staying at home because they need to take care of someone like their older parents or grandparents, or of course kids. So the hybrid model is defined by some internal regulations and it differs from company to company. The advantage of that model is obviously some degree of flexibility and the possibility to adapt the working arrangements to some home duties, which is great. And it also limits the cost of commuting to the office, which is great, and that's even environmentally friendly. Now, remote working, that's the real deal. It happens when the employee is not obliged in any way to be present at the company's office on a regular basis. You can say that it's a model in which the headquarters of the organization is the internet, or specifically the tool or application that the company uses to communicate and manage their work. So, for example, in my company, the Molecule Group, we use a tool called Basecamp, and that's our headquarters. I mean, we have an office where we mainly store stuff. We also have storage in different locations, but we don't see the office as a place where work happens. The place where work happens, the place where we meet, where we discuss, where we plan, is the internet. Now, how the remote work is organized differs from company to company. In some organizations, fixed working hours are abandoned in favor of clearly defined objectives and deliverables. For us, what matters are deadlines, are measurable results that have to be clearly set, delivered on time, monitored. So fixed working hours, like being there online from 9 to 5, that's non-existent. So for me personally, the essence of the remote working environment is actually shifting the focus of everyone from a framework that wasn't so much about results, it was about being at work, about doing work. But in the remote working environment, the only thing that actually matters is if the work gets done. And I can imagine for some people, for some organizations, that can be a big change. And this is obviously not something that happens in one day. Many companies during COVID were struggling for a number of reasons, because if you have not been planning, if you have not been preparing your organization to the shift to the remote or even hybrid model, but then the pandemic comes and your organization is just forced into it by the government, then a lot can go wrong, and a lot went wrong, both on the organizational level, on the level of how people felt about it, and also how the work got done. I know a case of a company that during COVID introduced a regulation that basically made the people working in the administrative department spend about 30% of their time reporting the work they did, which sounds absurd, but this is actually a real story, and someone actually came to the conclusion that there is no better way of doing it. And to transform your company from a full in office to hybrid, or from hybrid to remote, that requires a lot of preparation, thinking about a different mindset, maybe some new values that you need to introduce to your team. And we will be discussing this in the next episodes of the podcast. Today, I just wanted to make a short introduction and set ground on what's the difference between hybrid and remote. Say hi to everyone with this new format. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope this will be a valuable resource of information about hybrid work, about remote work. Remote work is our way of life at the Molecule Group. We've been working remotely for years. We, I think, did all the mistakes that can be done while introducing remote work as an efficient work environment. And the goal of this podcast series is just to share all we know and maybe speak with some experts and practitioners of remote working also in future episodes. So thanks for listening today, and I already invite you to join us for the next episode. And in the meantime, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, or Facebook, whatever your preference is. Follow the Molecule Group.